Today I'm gonna show you this high fashion glossy liquid makeup. I'm doing a super dewy skin, super fresh texture, nothing too powdery, using mostly cream products and of course powder products for eyeshadow, but then I turned them into a kind of liquid look. Also guys, don't forget to follow me on social media. I have all the links down below, as well as I'm gonna probably put some stuff right over here so you can check my accounts out. And I actually post more things there than here on YouTube, so if you feel like you've been missing me for a little bit because maybe I don't post that often, go and check out my Instagram accounts. I post there almost daily. So basically I always start with a toner and something that just clarifies my skin a little bit. So I'm gonna take Bioderma Micellar Solution. I love the small packaging. I always bring it in my kit. And I'm just gonna take it on a cotton pad and just clean my skin. And now for the makeup primer slash moisturizer, I'm gonna use Embryolisse Light Cream Concentrate. I really love this one. I use it on everyone, on all my models. I just love this. Love this primer. You can use your hands to apply it as well. You just want to kind of work it into the skin. And don't forget about the neck, because the neck has the same skin as the face actually, so it's important to take care of your neck and also put moisturizer in this area. So once I work that in the skin, I will use the Pixi Hydrating Milky Mist. This just gives a little bit of extra hydration. And I sometimes spray this before foundation application. I kind of feel like it makes the foundation slide on easier. So just 30 centimeters apart and soak it in. Oh, it feels really nice. I'm just gonna take a little bit of Elizabeth Arden 8-Hour Cream and I will put this on my lips so my lips are not too dry. Right, so for today's foundation I'm gonna use Naked Skin by Urban Decay, and this is in shade 2. I think this color is kind of pretty perfect right now because I'm a little more pale than usual. And also putting a little pump on the back of my hand. I always use my hand as a palette. I don't know, I'm used to doing that for my work as well. And the same brush actually that I used, I'm just gonna layer the product on. And I like to take the Real Techniques Beauty Sponge and press it in. Also really buildable foundation, and the shade range, I think also they have pretty diverse colors. For the under eyes, I'm gonna take Illamasqua's Cream Pigment in Emerge. I use this just to correct my under eye darkness a little bit. You can skip this if your under eyes are perfectly fine and you're used to using just the concealer. But I like doing this actually. And just warm it up. And whatever I have left on my finger, I press in. Just tiny amount of this, honestly. And next I will use my usual concealer, and it's the MAC Pro Wear Concealer in color NC20. Wherever I see the redness, just kind of go on top and then pat it in. And then the next step I'm gonna do is take the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. This is an original, and apply it all over my lids. And then just to give just a tiny bit more kind of bronze look, I will use this Charlotte Tilbury's Film Star Bronze and Glow. This one is the bronzer and this one is the highlight, and it's in medium dark. For my skin tone maybe it's a little too dark, but I just want to mix these two together and just slightly dust it on top. So taking a Rock Posay fluffy powder brush like this, just barely touching anything. And I like working in the center of face as well, not only around the perimeter. Like using it here in the middle of my nose because it kind of gives like a sun-kissed effect. And then to bring all the colors together, I like to use a little bit of bronzer on my eyes actually. So I will take the same brush and with the tip here, I'll just kind of pat the bronzer in just slightly. Alright, so now I want to move on to the eyes because I just want to see how everything looks together, and then I will finish with eyebrows, maybe add a little bit more on the skin, we will see. The first color I'm going to take is Chickadee from Makeup Geek and the MAC 217 blending brush. I will basically sweep this all over the lid, nothing too complicated. What I first like to do is I like to pat the color in, like so. And then kind of start blending out the edges like that. And also I will take a smaller brush. This is just a pencil brush. This is from Sigma E60, I think, because the names have come off. And with the same color, I will just smudge this here under the lower lash line. Again, just tapping it first and then blending out. I'm going to take this color from Anastasia Beverly Hills called China Rose. And it's a really kind of rosy golden color. And taking the same 217 brush, I will just push this in the crease line. Just going to give a little more depth. And you can kind of see that I'm doing this circular motion all the time. As well, the same color goes in the outer part of the lower lash line. Now I'm gonna take Sleek Makeup Solstice palette, which has 4 highlighter shades. I think I'm gonna mix these two. I don't know the names of them because they're in a weird order here, but these are kind of like this is more golden, light golden color, and this is more kind of peach golden. And I will just pop this in the inner corner and just tapping. I will use the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk, which I've been using it for years. I'm used to it. So I just took a little bit on the back of my hand. And again, I like to warm up the product first before I use it. On the back of my finger, I press it down like that on the middle and then just blend it out. And the next color I'm going to take is from Urban Decay palette called Afterdark palette, and this one is called Scene. I'll take the Sigma flat shader brush like this and just press it. So if you use a denser brush, you're going to pack the product on more. I think it just gives more pigmentation. And when you use a fluffier brush, it just kind of, it's more for blurring out. I just want to add just a tiny bit of Sinful from the same palette, which is just a true golden color. I think I want to put it in the crease, just a little bit here above it. And also I will take this color here. Alright, so for the eyebrows, I usually take a spoolie and then I have an angled brush, of course depending on what kind of product I'm using, but I will use a eyebrow powder today. And this one is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's their Brow Pro palette. But I think you can get these pans separately anyways. And this color is medium brown, which I'm going to use the lightest one. And I kind of just do these strokes and I fill the necessary parts in. I'm going to use a really interesting trick today, which is soap and just a spoolie, a little bar of soap, a little piece of soap, and I will just kind of wiggle the spoolie with the soap, and then I will just brush the brows in place. And I know that a lot of artists do this. And I'm just gonna take Kohl from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I have it here in the artist palette, and I will just slightly smudge my lash line with that. Then I also want to just use a tiny bit on the lower lash line. Right, so I saw this amazing color, this amazing yellow color in the artist palette. This is called Phresh and it's just a really, really bright yellow. And I popped it here on the outer part of the eyelid and I would just kind of press this on top, just on the outer part. So I will do the eyelashes. I will use Shu Uemura eyelash curler as usually, and then Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, which is my favorite at the moment, and I will be back. So I'm pretty much obsessed with this trick. I do it all the time. I'm gonna take Anastasia Beverly Hills Pro Pencil. We'll just place this in my waterline. This just opens up the eyes, it makes them visually larger. Alright, let's move on to the eyelashes. I'm gonna use the H&M individual ones, and I will use the Kryolan Eyelash Adhesive. I've been really loving this one over the Duo Glue because the Duo Glue is really hard to remove actually from the eyes and between the eyelashes. So for the lower lash line, I will take these mink eyelashes, mink individual eyelashes that I just ordered from eBay. And what I usually do is I flip it over. This part goes right there. Alright, so the lashes are still drying. I just want to add a little more color to the cheeks. I will use a lipstick actually to do this. And this is called Pure Vanity from MAC. I believe this was their limited edition one, but anything similar to this kind of coral color would be great. And my trusty brush from before, I'll use the same one again, like so. I think I will actually use this lip color for this look. I'm gonna take a color that is kind of dusty rose color. I haven't written down names yet of these, so I'm so sorry, I don't know which color is it. And then concentrate it in the center part. Also, I don't want it to be too pinkish, more on the nude side. I think I want to add a little more of my freckles because I covered them up a little bit with the products. I feel like if I use a pencil to just kind of bring them out more, it's gonna look really nice with this wispy springtime look. So I'm gonna take the Tapered from MAC. This is the brow pencil, and I will actually use it to kind of just mark a little bit of the freckles. Really wanted to look more high gloss and high sheen, so I'm gonna take a MAC Clear Lipgloss and put this a little bit on the lips, and then I'm gonna pat it on top of the eyeshadow. Alright, and the look is done, guys. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the background and the light. I've been working a lot on this actually and trying to get the best light for you guys, so let me know what you think in the comments. That I would really appreciate it. Also, I want to do the skincare routine video soon, and let me know if you're interested in that, because I'd like to know what you guys expect from me, and I would like to do something that you feel like you would like to know. So let me know in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media. I'm gonna have all the links down below, as well as you can subscribe to my channel if you still haven't. If you want to see more videos from me, just hit that subscribe button down below. And of course, thumbs up and share this video if you enjoyed it. And I will speak to you all guys in the next video, which is gonna be something a little more creative. I know I've been doing a couple of like really wearable looks at the moment, but I'm gonna do something creative for you as well. So stay tuned for that, guys. Take care.